level. So after 3 days, we're kind of like, okay, we're done. But it was fun. Again, if you can't be with friends and family.
Our kids all
much happier.
Oh,
no.
Sorry, I'm just hearing from our speaker and they need a little bit of help.
Okay.
So let me get to them. Hold on.
Oh.
Smile, Sandy.
Hi. Doing two things at once.
Only
you're
two?
on camera.
Only two?
Yeah. I've slowed down.
Nice.
Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Hello.
How's Jay feeling?
Just had the stent out today, so back to normal, I hope.
Ah, good.
Yay.
That's got to be a
Okay.
brain. Ha, 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 ha.
Are you back to pickleball?
Who said that? No, it was COVID and a kidney stone, and the kidney stone was really pretty tough for a week.
Yeah, my son recently had that, and he would agree with you.
Use the kidney stone at pickleball.
Right.
Yeah, right. Pickleball.
Hi,
next.
Jackie.
Oh, where's Jackie? Let's see.
Hi, honey.
She's in the other room.
I'm in her chair.
I see you. Oh, you are in my chair.
There's Mate and Doug and Wendy's here. Paulette with her camera.
Hey, Dara.
Yes.
Will you ask the people for the new speakers to give you some bio, like it's fresh and stuff like that? That we have who's speaking, but nothing about them in terms of trying to get some info to write a song.
Sure. Which ones?
I think we're okay past Esco Winery, and then the new ones that I think you put in January with It's Fresh and some other people that I don't.
Oh yeah, I haven't got their bios yet, but I will get on that.
Okay.
All right, I see Tony. Hi, Tony. There's Paul McNamara. Looking fine.
Hi, Fred.
Mr. President.
Hey, Fred. Doug's all dressed up.
Hey, Doug.
There's Ron Parker.
Yes, looking fine.
Hello.
Last week's star.
Good morning.
There's Miriam. Hi, Miriam. Welcome. You're
I'm
muted, but I can. There you are.
Hi.
Andrew, I think our speakers are having some difficulty getting on.
Tony's here. I see Tony.
Oh, okay. So maybe it worked.
And then is Susan part of Tony's team?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, okay, good. Then it worked for them.
Yeah, Susan and Susie both.
Perfect.
Good. Yeah, I see Susie Lamp coming in now. And there's Alex and Justin looking, well, Alex looks great.
Hi, Miriam.
Haven't talked to you in a long time. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I'm glad to see you come back.
Yeah, last time we talked, you had little ones, right?
Yeah, gosh, now they are, let's see, how old are they? 13 and 11.
13 and what?
11.
Oh, wow. Mine's 20.
How old are they?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I remember yours was like kind of a young teenager, man. Wow.
Yeah, and I have a 15-month-old.
Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All righty. Chip's here. Royce is here. Welcome. Keith Rickenbacker looking fine with his colored glasses, his rose-colored glasses.
Only kind to wear.
Right?
Well, I can see color now. Like
Hey, Keith, they better get another 2 games in, Keith.
What's that?
They better get another 2 games in.
Sorry, my speaker was.
Ohio State, they better get another 2 games in.
Yeah, they will, or they can't play for a national championship. They're in
Against Notre Dame.
jeopardy here now after not being able to play last weekend.
Well, maybe they have to settle for the Rose Bowl if you can wear your rose-colored glasses.
There we go.
I'd rather.
Oh my goodness. Football season again.
Thank
Okay,
God.
so can I tell a political joke?
At your own risk.
I read the other day that the president lost Michigan so many times he's got to change his name to Ohio State.
Bad.
Or Jim Harbaugh.
Or Jim Harbaugh.
I want to say how lucky Ohio State was that they did not have to play Illinois.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to let Ione in and then we're going to start the meeting. December 1st. Can you believe it's December 1st?
No.
And no snow.
And no snow, thank God.
Yeah.
There's
All
lots
right,
of snow
so
all over the
let's-
country.
Here comes Colleen McKinnon. So let's ring the bell. All righty. So we're going to start off with an invocation sent to us by Royce Moore. He doesn't want to speak and we don't necessarily want him to speak. So here we go. Holland, but it could be Germany. It's really close. I don't remember exactly, and my brain is not functioning. Here comes iPhone 2. All righty. Oh, there we go. Oh, you know what? All right, I'm just going to do this. I forgot to ask someone to do the pledge, but if you guys will join me, I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Please salute wherever you can. And I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty. And now for our patriotic song. Yay. Oh, no, come on. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to December 1st, 2020. Escondido Rotary Zoom meeting. Woo! Did anyone have a great Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Good.
I did.
Very nice. Want a special welcome to the return of one of our members, Miss Miriam Baltus. Is that how you pronounce your name? Is Baltus?
Maltese.
Maltese. See, like it's spelled instead of the way I think it should be. And we have several guests here today. Miss Susie Lamp. I'm sorry, I've got to scroll through all of this. Tony who's our program director today, or program today, and Susan Muldrew. Are there any other guests that I'm missing here?
Yes, President Andy, fellow Rotarians, I'd like to introduce my guest, the lovely Margaret Moyer.
Oh, Margaret, let's see your lovely face. Say hi. Woohoo!
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So then a special welcome to you all. Even though Ossie's not here, he's gonna still sing to you.
Howdy, we're glad to have you here. Welcome, we sing it loud and clear. Relax, enjoy the program, and won't you come back to see us again?
Woohoo!
Woo!
All righty. Here's our calendar for the next couple months. Tomorrow night, Haven House. Great time to step out there. I don't know if we still need volunteers for that, but you might give a call and see if you want to help out. Next week, we see Miss Robin Douglas again, becoming a regular with us for art censorship. The 15th, our demotion of Jan Jones is finally going to occur, and we're going to have a little bit of a holiday meeting with that. We're going to drink virtual eggnog. If anyone's lactose intolerant, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew? I
Yes.
thought on the 16th that we had Haven House as well, but you don't have it on there.
It could be. It was not on my schedule, but that doesn't mean anything. I will.
I was scheduled to be there, so that's why I'm asking.
There you go. So December 16th, we also have another Haven House.
Okay.
And on the 19th, we have Salvation Army Bell Ring Day at Major Market. Bill, are you still organizing that, or is that Ron Smith organizing that?
That's Brother Ron, the Greater Smith.
The Greater Smith. So
yes, I was very happy to put out the invitation to sign up. It's there in an email from a couple of days ago. I will be resending it out. And Arlene Schuster has graciously volunteered to help round people up if we're not able to fill all the slots. So we have 6 people so far. We need 5 or 6 more, and we'll be good to go. Thank you.
You're ready.
Then we're going to take a holiday break, December 22nd and 29th.
Yay.
Yeah, I know. You won't have to hear me for 2 whole weeks. Woohoo!
Red.
January 12th. We will have a meeting on January 5th. I don't know. I think we have someone in that slot. I just didn't get it added in yet. Bob Walker talking about Escondido Winery and Airbnb on the 19th. Nicole will talk to us about fresh creations. Then Fritzy will be talking about her business, which is Household Guardians. Yes, Charito, that means you don't have to do this interview for 2 weeks unless you really, really want to. And then on February 2nd, our own Paulette Donnellan is going to share some of her desert wildlife photography. And if you are not following her on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, it is pretty amazing photography. And I'm pretty, that's one of the highlights at the end of my day when I get a look at the pictures she's posted.
That you brought over there. Did you see it yesterday?
All righty.
Andy,
Yes.
someone is talking over you. If
yes.
they put themselves on mute, it would be helpful.
I did it. Sandy, you've been muted.
Okay.
All right. Member moments. I do have one member moment that I was at share. Christine Montana is not here this week. She's gone to Central California to visit with her parents. Her mom was diagnosed with breast cancer and will be having a mastectomy tomorrow. Would really appreciate thoughts and prayers for her safe and successful operation and healing. Do we have any other member moments? All righty. Then we'll just get right into our In the Wild. Here's our own Vate with 3 generations. But I got to say, they all look so young, it only looks like 1 generation to me. But I guess that's just good living, right? Whoop, Bill. Joe Garcia went to New York City to spend Thanksgiving with his kids, and he got oriented to being city council member. 2 big things right before Thanksgiving, and what an amazing path that has been for him. I did hear he's coming back. He's flying back today. Jan celebrated Thanksgiving. Look at that beautiful picture. Is the one on the right that was the day after Thanksgiving, right?
No, that was Thanksgiving evening.
Oh, okay, very good.
Took a selfie over desserts.
See, the only thing that concerns me is I don't see the dog in the second picture. Is that what's on the plates?
No.
Oh, okay. I was a little worried there for a second. We might have to revoke your demotion.
Oh.
Rachel brought her daughter out to the desk building, and then did a couple other things for just spent a full day. What's a virtual festival of trees? That's what it was. And that was great work. Thank you so much, Rachel, for bringing your kids up to be participants. Kurt Beyer. So 12 years ago, Kurt was working hard on the farm. Now, I'm not quite sure what kind of tree produces beer, but clearly he was out picking that tree. Von North had a special Thanksgiving this year. His granddaughter Lindsay is going on a vision quest. No, a mission for the church, LDS Church, 1.5 years of full-time service. Von, where is she going to be serving?
Italy.
Italy. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Congratulations.
I can serve there.
What's that?
I will be willing to go with her to Italy.
Well, you know what's fun is Myrna and I did that back in 2011 for 1.5 years. So to have our granddaughter follow is kind of a special deal.
That is very special. And again, congratulations to you on having such an amazing participating family out there doing work.
Thanks.
Oh, and then there's this ugly mug.
Oh, it's great.
We socially distanced on Thanksgiving by hiking Potato Chip Rock, which was not quite as socially distant as I thought it was going to be. But we still stayed far away from everybody. We didn't line up to take a picture on the rock, and actually saw the president of the Rancho Bernardo Sunrise Club while we were out there. He passed us because we were just strolling up the hill.
So
we
Andy,
were
how long was the line for a picture on Potato Chip Rock?
My guess was about 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, I actually got a picture of the rock as they were switching people in and out. Who really wants to see me standing on it, right? The rock itself is interesting, but anyhow, I'm just a grump. So, Marilyn.
Yes.
Guess what time it is?
Ready. It's time for December birthdays. And a little fun fact today, Walt Disney was born on December 5th in 1901. Thank heavens for that. Now we have Disney World.
Right.
On December 7th, Nick Soulis and Mark Luttrell. And on December 8th, Chip Lansley. 17th of December, Jill Campbell. The 20th of December, Ken Myers. Tom Knight on the 22nd, and Wendy Taylor on the 26th. Let's wish all of them a very happy birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday
to you. And many more.
Oh dear.
Maybe we should have sang Jingle Bells.
One other thing I did want to mention is on the 13th of this month, our esteemed president will have been a member for 4 years.
Woo!
You've come far in 4 years, Andrew.
I have. And you know what the worst part about that is I got to turn around and go back. All right, Mr. Rickenbacker, would you like to talk about the Giving Tree?
Thank you, President Andrew. No, I know everyone is very interested in this project because I started to get asked about it about a month ago. No, it's time of year where we rally together and come up with Christmas gifts for all of the foster students out at San Pasquale Academy. Usually I have the ornaments on the tree, and Charito and I stand there by the door and hand out ornaments to people. I'll let you pick your ornaments, but that's a little impractical this year. They did provide us with a list. I don't know if you got, there you go. They sent us this list, and after some considerable discussion, we realized that it's pretty much impossible to orchestrate actually buying these gifts and then picking them up or having them dropped off somewhere without us meeting in person. It's pretty much an impossible task, but I sent this to Andrew just to put up there so you can get an idea of what they're looking for. You can see GameStop gift cards are there, Target gift cards, and that's what we pretty much decided on, is to just get all of the students a gift card this year rather than trying to buy and wrap and pick up and deliver individual gifts. No? So I thought that would be much easier on the members of our club, and then also the kids are pretty excited to be able to spend a gift card too. They can do their own online shopping. So what we're suggesting is, if you'd like to make a donation towards a gift card, is just you can mail a check in to the club PO Box 1822. Or if you would like to buy a gift card, you can drop them off at my office. I'll publish in the Center View next week the address for my office, and there's someone there during business hours. So you're welcome to drop off either a donation or a gift card if you would like. There's a total of about 75 students there right now. They'll have some new ones, I'm sure, come in, as they always do. So our goal is to have 80 gift cards available right before Christmas. No? So you can start anytime, drop a check in the mail, make it out to the Escondido Rotary Foundation, to the club PO Box, or at my office. And again, thank you very much on behalf of all the students. Several members have been out there with me to drop these off, and they're always exceptionally well received. And this is their Christmas gift. So thank you for your help in past years and participation this year.
So 2 questions, Keith. Number 1, anyone know what they're doing with the LED lights? Stripe lights.
LED. I guess they're decorating their houses, they call them. They, of course, live on campus there, so they must be decorating their house. I didn't notice the LED lights, but they live in a group of about 6 students with a house parent, and they must be decorating their houses.
I was going for they were having raves, but I like your idea. Yours is better. Also, both Wendy and Rachel are curious what the recommended gift card amount should be.
My apologies. I should have mentioned that $25 per gift card is what our target is. No?
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Keith, for managing this again as you do every year and making such a difference for these kids.
Thanks to all our members for the enthusiasm to participate. It really does make their Christmas.
I wanted to share this one. This might have been under member moments too, but our own Bernie Blaney made a contribution to the Polio Plus Fund, and directed to the Polio Fund. And thank you very much, Bernie, for stepping up and representing us well. Whoops, Ron Smith apparently left the building and he's back. Yes, so again, a reminder, Ron sent out the email, please sign up, because if you don't sign up, this is who's going to be representing us.
Well, they're nice Jewish people.
They're lovely.
Yay. All right, last bit of regular business and then we'll get on to the program.
Okay, so it has been a pleasure to look towards the future of our club. And so I wanted to go through, we will be voting next week as per our usual practice. So for the officers for next year, President Vaughn North, thank you, Vaughn, very much for
You're welcome.
Stepping in, and we look forward to your leadership. President-elect Roy Henderson, Vice President Colleen McKinnon, thank you, Colleen, for your willingness and your volunteering to serve in that role. This is, I believe, the first time since I've been in the club that we actually haven't had to go out and ask somebody to fulfill the role of vice president. So I'm very, very pleased that we not only had one volunteer, we had several people who indicated interest. Colleen is going to be fabulous in that role, just my personal opinion. Treasurer Bill Smith, Board Secretary Ione Rummery, Executive Secretary Ron Smith. Andrew, you will become a PP. Whoa, yes, it's awesome.
That pathetic person?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that stands for
Yeah,
next
right.
year.
And then on the board, in the board directorship positions, Mike Freet for membership, Erica Schwarm for club service, Laura Stees for youth services, Larry Trotner for, remind me.
Vocational.
Vocational, thank you. Christine Montan for International Rotary Foundation, Sharito for our communications. Sharito, you are really doing a fabulous, just again, my personal opinion, a fabulous job. And then Bob Zubla has agreed to take on the role that Colleen so beautifully fulfilled in international service. So we have, this is our slate, and next week we will vote on this slate. You are so welcome, Sharito. You've done a great job, really. So these are the people who are being presented in the slate, and any questions or anything that you would like to know, please feel free to contact me between now and next week. And I want to thank the other past presidents who served with me in presenting this slate. So I think that takes care of that, Andy.
All righty.
You get to do this next year.
Woohoo! I get to lean on you again next year.
Yeah.
All right. So Bill Smith has put together a fun song for today's program. Where's Mr. Bill, Dollar Bill?
I'm right in front of the barn.
There you are. All right. You ready, Bill?
I'm ready, but are you ready?
I'm ready. I just want to say to anyone who's got a complaint, they can step up and do this themselves, right?
Jay, I hope you don't mind me borrowing your favorite tune for this either. Oh, give me a place where 12 steps I can face, where the women are all friends of Bill, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and miracles are happening still. First Step House is here for the women who come far and near. Their lives turn around as peace they have found through the teamwork and endless good cheer. Tony Ingle will share of the peace they found there when she said, "Where's the women's space?" I'm a cheesehead, don't you know? So let's make it so. And First Step House is where they found grace. First Step House is here for the women who come far and near. Their lives turn around as peace they have found through the teamwork and endless good cheer.
Outstanding, Bill.
Great job, Bill. Great job.
Woo! Kind.
All right. And I believe, Bill, you're also introducing Miss Ingle.
No, I am, Andy.
Oh, there you go. Doug Moyer.
Yes.
Thank you, fellow Rotarians. We all know what an alcoholic looks like. An alcoholic is to see the old man sitting on a park bench drinking booze out of a paper bag. But with time, the demographics have changed. And in these times of increasing inequality, the disease of alcoholism is raising its head with women increasingly frequently. So as a response to that, you'll hear, and our presenters today are Tony Ingle, who's the president of the Women's First Step of North County Board. Tony was born in Wisconsin. She has two grown children. and a 29-year involvement with the recovery community. She's joined by their chairperson, Susie Lampe, who is a small business owner helping individuals suffering from chronic disorganization and hoarding tendencies, with a BA in economics from UCSD, background in sales and sales management, and extensive community service. And also Susan Muldrew. Susan will be the house manager. She has a 30-year involvement in the recovery community, having formerly worked extensively in plant nursery and commercial growing businesses. So we look forward to the presentation.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Tony, you're on.
You guys are so fun. I'm starting off today. My name is Susie.
Oh.
And I'm the one starting the presentation today. I've been a board member for the First Step House, and I'm the chairperson. And I just want to thank you guys so much for having us today, and a special shout out to Doug for extending the invitation to us. You guys seem like a lot of fun. Okay, so first things. Okay, so who we are, I want to let you know who we are. We are a group of 7, the board is a group of 7 professional women who all live in North County, San Andrea. And what happened is we saw a need, and within either our own families or people we ran across or people that we know, to provide an environment for women who are addicted to alcohol and have little or no resources, or even on the street. There was nothing that we could find where they could be introduced to a program, a free program where they can get sustainable abstinence. So we formed a board of directors, and we applied for our tax exempt status, and we got it. And we are in the process of opening a 10-day house for women where they can start their lives over being sober. We hope to provide a new beginning for women who so often are seen as hopeless. So this is, I'm going to pass it to Tony so she can tell you why we created Women's First Step House.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tony. Thank you for the warm welcome. And I already forgot who the man was, Bill, that sang that song for us. I hope you don't mind coming to our open house when we start, because we really need you to sing that song. That was great. Very fun group. Thank you, Doug, for the invitation. Thank you for having us. So one year, a couple years ago, I was invited to volunteer at the men's house that's located in Carlsbad. They were having a golf tournament fundraiser, and I was invited to help volunteer at that. The whole day was really special. There was a lot of support, camaraderie, love, and it was so inspiring, really heartfelt. And I started asking questions and found out that there was no house for women, no place for them. Around the same time, I had a couple of experiences where women reached out to help that wanted to find sobriety. It took hours of phone calls to find a place for them, and ended up being a couple of days and bringing them somewhere that wasn't local at all to get them help. It was quite the battle. And so sometimes I don't find the exact words to express how important paying it forward is. God willing, in February this year, I'll celebrate 30 years of recovery. And my life is just phenomenal. And anything I can do to pass that on, to give women the same chance that I've had, I want to work darn hard to do. And so that motivated me to reach out the hand to other very passionate professional women to get us started. And here's why we want to address the problem.
So the problem that we want to address obviously, is alcoholism and a place for women to go who can't find any place. Alcoholism is a big strain on the local economy and the local world, as far as in addition to globally. I have some statistics from CDC and World Health Organization just to give you a little bit of background. In 2016, it was estimated that alcohol caused roughly 3 million deaths globally. In 2017, the US reported that 62,558 death certificates listed alcohol as the factor of death. And those are just the ones that listed it. And in 2019, it was reported that there were 5.3 million females who are alcoholic or who are considered alcohol use disorder. It's AUD, and it's what it's a technical term for being alcoholic. And that only 9% of women sought treatment. So it's not just a big pact. Alcoholism doesn't have a big pact just on the lives lost and affected, but it's also got a huge financial cost. Alcoholism is huge. The latest numbers I have, excessive alcohol use in the US reached $249 billion a year. With the state of California, when they get up by state of California coming in first with the highest cost of $35 billion annually. A little more locally here, we have some numbers. The city of Oceanside estimates that about 70% of the people, the homeless people that you see, are alcoholic. So what's available, at least locally, for this type of population? And we are focusing on women. Not much, especially if you are talking about being in the after business hours. And we are talking about a free place where people have absolutely no resources can go. When you call the crisis hotline, they will recommend, there's a place in Escondido, Interfaith sobering services, and they are open and they have beds, but it's only during business hours they fill up. For when there is an institute called McAllister Institute, and they have a house for women out in Lemon Grove that has a few beds, but they are business hours too. There's also Oceanside opened up a sobering services center, and that's open for everybody, but it's just a 24-hour drop-off. It's 4 hours where people can go, mostly probably to keep them off the street. And the interesting thing is that if you call the crisis hotline like I did, and you've got somebody who's drunk, they recommended if they need help, just take them to the emergency room. There's no other places for us to take these people. Now, the problem with going to a hospital emergency room is it costs a lot of money for the taxpayer, but it also doesn't lead them to any kind of sustainable. They get care for a minute and then they're done and they're back to the same thing over and over. And timing, it turns out, timing is really critical in all this. Once a woman decides that she wants to get sober, giving support that she needs when she asks for it and when she's ready for it is really important. And we want to, women who want to decide to get sober, we want to give them the support and the ongoing support, the follow through that they need for the first couple of days. Our location, our facility is going to be for 10 days. And that'll help get through part of it. And then, well, Susan, we'll go next to Susan, where she's going to tell us how it works and what they do after that.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for having us. I'm Susan Muldrew, and I've been a board member for the past several months. And I'm relatively new to the board, and I'm really excited about this whole ongoing women's house that we're about to embark on. And I have to tell you that I really feel a passion for it, and I'm really excited about it. And this is a little bit of how it works. You know, we were able to obtain our 501c3 in less than a year in 2019. And we do have a full business plan with 7 strong active board members, along with administrative support, social media support, and other various committed members. And a little bit about our volunteers and structure. We will have 1 full-time cook living at the house, and the rest will be a team of 150 women volunteering to run the house. There will be 12 teams pulling from those volunteers, 1 team each week volunteering to run the house, each team volunteering every 3 months, making the commitment not too much for any one team at any one time. Volunteers will be on staff from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. Part of the structure of the volunteers' job will be to help with intakes of new women at the house, introduce them to and immerse them in a 12-step program of recovery. So we're, really trying to get them immersed into recovery, not just take them in and let them hang out for 10 days. We have a lot of structure, and we are really trying to get them immersed into a 12-step program of recovery so that they can have continued success at sobriety. And our furthering direction for the women that's part of what I just said. And also the volunteers are going to be there to help the women create an exit plan. They need to know what they're going to be doing after they leave after their 10-day stay. And so the volunteers really will be there to really help the women. And we have a huge pull of volunteers, 150 women. So we're really excited about that. Thank you. Next.
So our partners. Thanks, Susan. Not surprisingly, the Men's House has been our #1 cheerleader and our encouragement. They helped us get started on putting our guidelines and structure together, and have been there consistently to help us understand what works and what doesn't work. Of course, there'll be a few key differences with our Women's House, but the Men's House has been great support. I guess I should have gotten the latest figures on them. I believe they've been open for about 3 years, and well over 500 men have been through that house. They're doing a great service in Carlsbad. So we were also contacted, like Susie mentioned, by the Oceanside Sobering Center. This is a fairly new thing that opened up in Oceanside, and takes people in for 24 hours. They are very excited there for us to get our house and get going, because they want to be next steps for the woman who comes in there and says, I really don't want to keep doing this. So that's pretty exciting. Early on, we were also approached by a woman from Safe Families, and that's a pretty good network of families who have signed up to care for children, so that those children don't need to go into the foster care system if their parents need to have them watched. And it's not just an overnight stay. I've had conversations with them, and some children are in a home for months, or just one night. It really varies, but sounds like a great group of folks. And we'll be working with them in case there are moms out there that need some help. There's been a lot of support, a lot of people approaching us. There's also, we've gotten a lot of support through fundraisers, a whole community coming together to support us, and those making donations. We've also had some strong private backers. But they haven't just backed us with money. They've also helped us professionally in really big ways. It's incredible, the support that's been out there. So Susan also mentioned women having an exit plan. We already have a whole binder, you know, of course, with processes and procedures, but there's a whole list. And about the third day of stay with us, the women will be encouraged to start picking up the phone and to find their plan and their next steps. And this might be anything from sober living to treatment, you name it. But we have a whole page of continuing support and places they can make phone calls. So lastly, I need to mention, and certainly not least, is the volunteers who've been stepping up for the chance to help out and to really pay it forward. It's a huge community. It just kind of gets me still. We've got a list of over 150 women signed up and ready. And the list grows every month. It's amazing. And with that, we'll go on and talk a little more about the support we still need.
Yeah, hi, it's Susan again, and this is a little bit of our needed support. We'll need community backing. We'll have community backing we will need and have community backing from the police department, the fire department, local hospitals, and Brother Benno's in Oceanside will supply us with all the food we need for the house. And our continuing education, we will continue to strive to introduce ourselves to organizations like yours and others to help spread the word so people know who we are, where to find us, and how to utilize us. And our ongoing income, we are continually working towards more financial support in the way of fundraisers and private donations. Last year, we had several fundraisers, and this year, even through COVID, we have continued to try to have fundraising events. For instance, we've launched a campaign today because it's Giving Tuesday for supporters to have the opportunity to donate on this National Giving Tuesday. And then last but certainly not least is our home. We need a home. It has been pretty difficult for us to find a home in this current real estate market. Currently, we are working with someone who is looking for a house for us to rent or lease, and we are hopeful that we will have a house very soon. Yeah, we're pretty hopeful that the person that we're working with right now has got us a house. So we're just inches away from finding a home. But if anyone out there knows of any other information about a home for us, we'd love to have any kind of information about that you could give us. So now it's time for questions. Do any of you have any questions for us about what we've presented to you?
Let's see.
Real quick, I forget who, somebody is asking about the men's house and their rate of success. And I said, I think that the rate is around 3%. But when I last talked to the president of their board, right, she told me that's very difficult, right, to track most of the men as they leave the house and go out back into their lives. I have been to meetings at the men's house, and I can tell you that every time I've ever been there, there's been someone who started at the house that's there in a meeting with anywhere from 30 days to years that has come back to share with the others. So, so while I think it's around 3%, we can't be exactly sure. But I can get some more information.
It's almost 1 o'clock. He's still watching. Unbelievable.
Okay. Does anyone else have another question?
10 a.m. He's still watching.
Yes.
Does it look like I'm washing?
Don't put any dents in there, will you?
Yeah, Andrew?
Yes, go ahead, Jay.
This 3% is they fall back, or only 3% are doing well?
I think 3% is only the number they can prove going forward.
What? Prove that they go back to alcohol, and you're 97% effective?
No, that 3% is the people that stick around and keep in touch.
That's correct.
Right. So
that's a very low number.
It is a low number, but it's a very difficult statistic to prove unless you keep tabs on each person as they leave. I mean, some people even come from out of state and out of county, so they don't really track people after they leave the house.
How are you going to know how successful this is? What are you going to monitor?
We'll probably start by monitoring the same things that they do, and keep in touch with the women that keep continuing to come back like they do, you know, just for meetings and whatnot. And from there, we'll have to just experience it and see what else we can track. From being in the rooms of 12-step recovery for so long, I can tell you that I have gotten, throughout the years, I've gotten so many calls from women who need help. And it's not just, you know, yes, there's treatment centers to go to, but a lot of times they have to be sober before they can go to them sometimes. And sometimes they don't have insurance and they just can't do that. They don't have the means at all. Most of the women that I've 12-stepped. And that's what part of what makes it so difficult. So this is a launching pad, and there's definitely a lot of people that need the help.
So I also...
Yes, Jan, go ahead.
I was also asking about the 10 days. What's the magic number for 10 days? Just curious.
And you know what? It's funny that you say that, because this originated with Charlie, what's known as Charlie Street, and the men's house was formed after them. Charlie Street, I believe, has been going on for over 50 years, 45 years. High success rate there. And so the men's house mimicked that. But I had also been in touch with a house in Laguna Hills, the Ashland House. And they actually started as a 10-day and moved on to be a 30-day. So what we've really been doing is building everything the same way the men have designed it, right? And as I said, I think that as we grow and experience, it could possibly be more. So right now, the 10 days is, pulling from somebody else's experience. It gives them the time to, the 3-day period that can be troublesome to get the alcohol out of their system. It gives them time to attend meetings, maybe find a sponsor and a little bit of a support group, and then find next steps that will be a little bit more permanent in their recovery. Does that help you?
Yeah, thank you.
So real quick, I'm going to read from chat, and then we're going to have to shut down the meeting. Will you folks be able to stick around and answer more questions after we officially close the meeting?
I will leave Susie and Susan with you. I apologize. I have to go back to work.
I understand that very, very well. So Ron Smith had commented in talking about the 3%, that working on efficacy is important. And the important thing is that this group is, you're committed to making a difference in an important arena. And whether, in some ways, the measurement of who falls back off the wagon or not is less the thing than getting them started on the path. And Dara also commented that relapse is often a part of the recovery process. So while 3% sounds low, it is a lot bigger than it would be without you guys. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much. And thanks for having us today. What a wonderful group. You guys surprised me.
No, thank you. It was a great program and very powerful. And I look forward to working with you guys. Well, I hope our club will continue working with you. But in June, I won't be personally responsible anymore, thank God. But I hope our club will keep working with you over the next few years and help you continue to make a difference.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Thank you. I'll leave the girls with you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to formally close the meeting just because it is 1 o'clock. And with this shower thought, if you do the same thing for 8 hours a day, it's considered madness. But if you do get paid for it, then it's a job. So see you all next week.
What?
Instead of saying 3%, I think she should say, we really can't track
Bye,
people.
Dara.
But yeah, if you want me to, I can explain on that a little more.
Also, Susie, why don't you explain that we really don't have accurate data, period, in alcoholism, because one, the nature of the disease, number two, in a 12-step program, which is anonymous, you can't track people. And
there should not be a percentage. You can't really speak in those terms. It's impossible to track. So what the Men's House is they've taken people who have graduated from the program and they're coming back and working at the house. And so that 3% only shows that much because that's what they can prove. So it's not a statistic to hang on to. It's not a statistic that it's proof of anything. There are so many men who are out there, and this was launched to get them to a rehab or get them involved in a 12-step program or to get them introduced to people who can help them. It's a change view. So the 3% is really not a number that is anything. It's really not a number. It doesn't mean anything at all. But if you want proof that, she could say, well, we've got these, men who have come back and helped us and they still are on the schedule. Does that help?
Yeah. Hello, ladies. My name's Roy Henderson. I've got a question for you.
Yes.
My concern is present society with this coronavirus mess started. We're creating a lot more alcoholics. I know I've read the sales of alcoholic beverages have gone way up since this virus thing started. And so somebody's consuming all these extra alcohol that's being sold. I'm concerned that after the dust settles after this pandemic, we're going to have a lot of more alcoholics walking around because of the despair and isolation they suffered through this whole lockdown mentality. Do you have any comments on that?
Yes. I mean, I think there's a lot of relapse right now because people don't have all the tools and all the systems had in the past to help keep their sobriety. There is a lot of relapse, and that's why it's more important than ever that they have some place. The Men's House is open because it's looked at as a essential business. And they've got all kinds of parameters in place as far as taking temperatures and questionnaires, the most you can do. But that is, so right now is instead of people moving away from the whole issue, we need to really move toward it and show that there is support out there and there are places for people to go.
Yeah, we're needed now more than ever. Not that we're never needed any less. You brought up a very good point, Roy.
Okay, thanks.
Susie? Yeah. I'm Amy Wondolowski, and I was wondering if you could post your website once again.
Yes, I will. How do you want me to post it on the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Well, I think it's very exciting what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank
Susan?
you.
Yes.
One other comment you might make about statistics, which are, I think, like you said, almost meaningless in alcoholics or with alcoholism or any addiction treatment, is that each exposure has some cumulative effect. And even in people who relapse, you know, it increases the likelihood of a recovery down the road. So by intervening in the process, number one, you're interrupting the downward spiral, and also giving them a little
hope for the future.
Yeah, hope. And it's like, so down the road, they have an awareness, you know, there's kind of a little seed planted there that there's a place to go, and there is help, and it works.
Yeah, if I can say anything about my first experience with recovery, is it really gave me a sense of hope, and the seed was planted. I was on my way.
Yeah.
And the more and more exposure that people have to it, the more often people hear about it, the more normal it becomes for people to be seeking help. So it's like maybe not the first time they hear it, but definitely the more and more they know if they need help, and it makes it easier for them to find it.
Thank you. It was an excellent program.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Susan and Susan. We just wish you all success going forward.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us, Doug. Shout out to you, Doug. Thank you very much. And thanks all you folks for letting us do our presentation.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, and thanks to the fellow Rotarians for their attentive listening.
Yes. And
Hopefully everybody learned
join us
something.
anytime.
Thanks, Andy.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
You all have a great week, and good luck to First Step. And you guys have an amazing week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Susie. Bye, Doug.